From Southeastern University, this is the Coach Barefield Show with your host, Donnie Smith.
Good afternoon and welcome to this week's edition of the Coach Barefield Show. My name is Donnie Smith. We're visiting with the head football coach of the Southeastern University Fire, Keith Barefield. His team coming off a 51-7 win over Edward Waters on Tuesday night. Coach, defensively, I thought they kind of set the tone, the way that they were able to get in the backfield, pressure their passing game, and keep their running game in check.
Well, I thought our defense did extremely well. They pressured the quarterback. Well, they had two quarterbacks. They had a tandem there going back there. One was more adept at passing. The other was their running quarterback, and they were able to take advantages of some things that we were doing. But our defense all night, kept them away from the end zone except for one misstep on one play. And I was really hoping the defense could get their shutout this year, but that's just unfortunate. We had to give up a touchdown, but I was really pleased with the way they played and the way they battled all night.
When you look at the offense, average 7 yards per play, it seemed like they really clicked. You guys were able to get some big plays off. Your overall thoughts on the way the offense played?
Well, I thought the offense played their most consistent game. I thought it was the biggest improvement from one game to the next that we've had all year. It was good not to have a rain delay. Maybe that helped us a little bit too. But regardless, our offense executed. Our offensive line played well. They knocked Edward Waters off the ball. Our backs ran well, and then when we were throwing downfield, I thought John did a great job of picking out the open receiver and hitting his man.
When you talk about the way the offense played, I think Jarrell Reynolds was a big part of that. Rushed for over 100 yards, had 4 total touchdowns with 3 of those rushing, caught another one. Offensive Player of the Week for the Sun Conference. Pleased with the effort of your redshirt junior?
Well, Jarrell, comes to play every week. There's no doubt about it. If there's any one person that I'm definitely glad that I have on my team, it's Jarrell Reynolds, and he's proven that week in and week out. The funny thing is that when he has a game like he had, this past week, some of the things that he's been able to do over his career, this is not the best he's ever done, and it may not even be the 4th or 5th best, but it was an outstanding effort. He did a great job, and one of the things that I really liked about his play this week is that he not only did it running the ball, he did a great job as always in pass protection and picking up, and also run blocking. And then he came out of the backfield and caught some passes and was a very key performer in our passing game. So, he did it in all areas.
I think one of the things that kind of gets lost in the season that you guys are having is the way that the special teams have been able to play. Caleb Winter, your third-year kicker and punter, has done an outstanding job in the top 25 in punting, in the top 10 in scoring this season. To have a weapon like that, to pin teams deep in their own end on punts and kickoffs, that's got to be a big help to your defense.
Well, Caleb has done an outstanding job his entire career here. Even as a freshman, he was about second in the nation almost in punting average, and he's been consistent for the 3 years that he's been here. We've just been blessed to have him, and he does make a difference because when you talk about winning football games, the battle for field position is of utmost importance. And when we get backed up and he can come in and he can kick the ball the way he's capable, moving some of those 50-yarders, it changes the field position, and it puts our opponents backed up. And then also, he's comes in and kicks field goals for us and does the extra point. The only bad thing about this past week is that he missed his first extra point of the year. He was 100% and hit the upright. Who knows? Caleb might have been trying to hit the upright. He's that accurate. But we're really pleased with what he's done, and we're just excited about how he's going to perform the rest of the way.
You mentioned the rain delays earlier. They've been a big theme in this season thus far. Ended up playing this game on Tuesday. How much did it really affect your schedule and your game planning as you guys get ready for Ave Maria?
Well, the fortunate thing is that was an open week for us. What we were hoping for in that open week is to have a full week of practice, and we could work on some things, polish up some things for the second half of the season, and maybe be more prepared for our last games and maybe show some things that we haven't had a chance to show. The game set us back in that regard, playing on Tuesday. Then Wednesday was a recovery day, and then we were able to get out and practice Thursday morning. And then we gave the guys a few days off so they could be refreshed for the second half of the year, and came back and practiced on Monday. So we are getting 2 extra practice days for this game, and we are being able to do some things, but we're a little bit disappointed in what we were not able to get done in that open week. But the thing is whenever you get a chance to win a football game, it makes that week really good.
You guys were ranked 23rd in the poll that came out on Monday in the NAI Coaches Top 25. It puts you in a pretty good position if you guys are able to take care of business to continue your season beyond the regular season.
Well, our season right now is 1 game at a time, and we are ranked in the top 25. Nobody has to tell us what happened the last time we were ranked in the top 25. We went on the road and got beat, and that's the last time we've seen the 25 ranking until this week. So our goal is to go out and be successful, be 1-0 this week, and if we accomplish that, then we should at least maintain our ranking and possibly move up. And if that happens, then we're successful this week, and we got to do it again the next week.
Your opponent on Saturday, Ave Maria, has had some early season struggles trying to get used to a new coaching staff, but gave Warner quite a game on Saturday. Give us your overall thoughts on the Gyrenes.
Well, I think the Gyrenes are very much improved ball club than when they started the season. They have a whole new staff, big turnover in that regard, although they have a lot of returning players from last year. But week in and week out, they're improving. They're getting better. They're getting closer and closer to a win. We just hope this is not the week that they register that. But there's no doubt before this season's over, they're going to have a few wins under their belt. We just have to be prepared for a much improved team than we saw a couple weeks ago. And like you said, this past Saturday, they gave Warner all they wanted, 20-14 game. Actually jumped out on top, 7-0 in that ball game, and Warner had to battle back and shows you the kind of team that Warner is. But Ave Maria is getting, like I said, getting better and better, and we've got to be prepared this week like we haven't been prepared all year.
Offense, defense, special teams. What do you guys have to do to win?
Well, number one, we have to consistently move the ball. We have to move the chains, keep the defense off the field, and keep them fresh. So when Ave comes in and they try to execute their offensive attack, our guys on defense will be fresh and they'll be able to make the plays they need to make. And special teams wise, we just need to play mistake free. Maybe we'll get a kick return that will count, and we don't have a block in the back. That would be good. But we just got to play mistake-free ball, not turn the ball over, and just play the ball that we're capable of playing week in and week out.
Fire football on the road this weekend on Saturday down at Ave Maria University for a 1 p.m. kickoff. Make sure you join us again next week for the Coach Barefield Show.
This is the Coach Barefield Show from Southeastern University, home of Fire football.